Good afternoon, Westminster Woods on Julington Creek. Here on Thursday, July the 2nd, we come to our weekly meditation time, My Thoughts to Grow On message. And so I invite you to join me this afternoon as I share with you all for a few minutes. I was thinking this week about a cross that I have in my office at home. A former parishioner crafted it for me. I say crafted because he does woodworking as a hobby, and with scraps of wood from other projects, he pulled together the most lovely cross. He used all of his skills, his handiwork, his technical abilities, and he created something of great beauty. I have carried that cross with me to countless community services, other worship services, both in the church and beyond the church. And every time I carry that cross with me, I think of Bob. And he did share with me one day that it was not a really easy task to create this cross. Bob is a perfectionist, and so he wanted it to look just right. And so the wood had to be just right. And it had to be sanded a particular way. And he had to have all of the pieces together he had to measure and make sure that it was the right proportion because it's on a stand. And he worked very hard to sand and to varnish. I think he stained it too and then varnished it. And so it is done so well that it will be probably beyond my lifetime before that cross will show any signs of wear or age. Bob is a person that's dear to me because of his servant heart as well. He's one of those people that here the pastor comes up one day and says, "Bob, do you think you can make a cross for me?" Sure. Without even hesitating or alluding at first to how much work it really would be. And so his heart is one that I have great respect for because of his willingness to serve. Leading up to our July 4th holiday, which will be right around the corner here on Saturday, and the birthday of this country, I am reminded of others in my life, like Bob, who have served their country in the military. I am reminded of family who either have worked in the government for this country or currently are working for the United States government, and sometimes even putting their own lives at risk in service to this country. We enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy because of people who are willing to give and to sacrifice because of their love of the United States. They protect us. They protect the freedoms that we enjoy. When I see the cross that Bob created for me, the cross of Christ, I think of the ultimate sacrifice that Jesus made for each one of us, for me and for you, for all those in the world. The sacrifice that he made to suffer and die on a cross so that we might know the freedom of forgiveness of sin and what that means for each of us, that freedom, that saying goodbye to the weight that is heavy on us when we hang on to sin. When Christ died for us, we can release that sin. And that is a freedom, that is a lightness of heart that only he can bring to us. As we celebrate on Saturday, I hope that good food and fireworks, maybe singing a chorus of God Bless America or two, will be in store for each of you. I pray that in those festivities that we each find some time to take a few minutes to be in a quiet space, to give thanks to those who have given all so that we might have those freedoms in this country, for those who continue to work hard so that those freedoms may continue. Their dedication and love of country help us to make this country pretty remarkable. Maybe like you, I have visited other countries, and so too, probably many of you, as I have had conversation and you have shared some of the places that you have visited and lived around the world. Nothing quite compares to this country. There is immense, marvelous beauty and food and culture and wonder and history in many other cultures and many other places around the world, and yet my heart always leads me back to here. In these uncertain days, and they are uncertain days, and I hear that quite a bit from each of you. In these uncertain days, may this weekend be a strong and encouraging reminder of the power that we have as a people, as we support one another, that this country, despite its ups and downs, its flaws and mistakes, is still the United States of America. I thank God every day for the provisions that He gives to each of us, and pray every day that that continues, that soon we might be getting back to a way of life that's more familiar to us, but in this interim that we continue to be strong, that we continue to support one another. And on this Saturday, as we celebrate, give thanks. Give thanks to God for all that we do have, the abundance that we have at this time. And God bless America. Amen. Until next time, good people, be blessed.